Hey, First Baptist Church, it's me, it's your pastor, Pastor Chris, and this is this week's edition of A Weekly Word from Pastor Chris. I want to share with you just a couple things going on in the life of our church and in really the life of our state. As you know, this week, Governor Brian Kemp made the declaration to reopen parts of Georgia for this Friday and then next Monday. Well, that raised a lot of questions, especially for churches. I want to give you an update on that. This past Tuesday, I was able to meet with the governor and his office and many other pastors around the state of Georgia, and we asked them this question: what does reopening parts of Georgia have to do with churches? And here's the answer that the Governor Kemp and his office gave to us as pastors. He said this: nothing has changed. As a matter of fact, the governor's office said this: if you can do worship remotely, please continue that for the next, in their words, in the next few to several weeks. And so we as a church, we are going to listen to our governor and the governor's office, and we are going to maintain what we are currently doing through our online worship. And by the way, our staff and our crew is doing a fantastic job with online worship. So we will continue that for the next few to several weeks. When will we return as a gathered congregation? I'll be honest with you, I don't know at this point. But I promise you that I and leaders of our church will communicate to you the best way that we possibly can so that we can return to worshiping together. I will let you know that the list of things to do to reopen our campus, the list is long. And we're going to require a lot of man work and a lot of thinking through in order to reopen our campus to worship together. But it is going to happen sooner than later. And so thank you for being patient with us through this whole process. Secondly, I want to give you an update on Brother Larry and Gail Wilbur. This past week, Larry made it to his stem cell treatment date. In other words, he had his stem cell treatment, and we rejoice with that. It was a successful treatment, and the doctors have been very, very pleased with his prognosis, with his progress in this treatment. They'll continue to oversee him there in Augusta, but hopefully he will be able to return. He and Gail will be able to return to Brunswick very, very soon. So please continue to pray for Larry and Gail. And the last thing that I want to share with you in this weekly word is this: to this email, I have attached our weekly prayer guide. You know this, that we at First Baptist Church, we believe in the power of prayer. And we believe what the Bible says, that the prayer of a righteous man is powerful and effective. Would you please take that prayer guide and pray for those on that list? I trust that you will. Well, thank you for listening to this week's weekly word from Pastor Chris. I look forward to seeing you very, very soon. God bless.